Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's May 7th, and today we're going to talk about garden pests. I'm out here in the garden patch, and we come out here Friday, a couple days ago, and we were vacuuming up our potato bugs like we normally do and taking care of that, but they seem to be getting out of hand in some places. So what I'm going to do today is something I don't do very often, but I'm going to grab my sprayer here. I've got some spinosad, and I'm going to go down here and we're going to start spraying these bugs, and we're going to talk about pest prevention. Now, you can listen to a lot of people, and just pardon the noise, but you can listen to them and they'll give you all kinds of information on getting rid of pests. They tell you spray this, spray that, spray this. But you need to check and make sure what pest that the product that you're using kills. Now, spinosad is an organic product, and even though it's organic, that doesn't mean that I like to spray it, because it doesn't discriminate between my good bugs and the bad ones. It just, the ones that it'll kill a lot of ladybugs and such as that, same as the others. So I always use it as a last resort, because you don't want them to get completely out of hand. They'll end up with a situation that that you won't be able to overcome. But I always try to give them a chance to get, when the pests start coming in, we take off as many as we can, smash eggs, stuff like that. Even though we got 700 foot of potatoes, rows worth of potatoes, we still want to try to do this as natural as possible, and give the ladybugs a chance to catch up sometimes, and then they'll take care of it. But when you start, and we'll stop right here, if you see this plant here is stressed, whether it's got ants or whatever it is, stress plants like this are one of the problems as far as drawing bugs into your area. So a lot of times that's the first thing is prevent it. Take and when you have stress plants, dead leaves, stuff like that, take the time to take them out. If you're going to garden halfway, you're going to end up with a situation to where you're going to have a lot of things go wrong. Yes, it is extra work. It does take extra time. But if you're trying to prevent pests and you're trying to grow more organically, that's the way to do it. Because right now, maybe some of my ladybugs might live here, but there's a good chance that I'm going to kill a good bunch of them too. And like I say, that's not the intent. The other thing is, for you, especially in the city, sometimes you don't have a chance of preventing it. But when you're in the country, don't be scared and have those big security lights come on. Your security lights, for sure, they draw all the insects right to your area, and then it won't be long, they're going to find your garden, and you're going to end up with a bunch of pests in there. Now, me, if you watch my videos, you'll see, and you can see right here, we have a potato bug. There's a few there. That's the nymph, and I don't want the honeybees to have a problem with these flowers, which there aren't very many flowers here, but this could affect them too. I'm trying to do this early, let it dry. I have we've got leaf foot bugs in here. We've been vacuuming them up, and what we'll do, I'm spraying this morning, but this afternoon we'll come out here and we'll vacuum up what potato bugs we can find. This is effective, really effective on the younger ones, and that might kill some of the bigger ones, and it could kill the eggs, but it's not as effective on your older potato beetle. Once they get to the adult stage, from the information that I've found, it's not as effective for taking care of them. So understand the product you're using. You want to apply it like it needs to be applied, mix it like it needs to mix. Don't think that more is better. Now, with this, I've mixed some Castile soap with it. It's organic soap, and it should help with pest problems too, as far as killing the eggs, make it attach better to the plants. It shouldn't harm the plants. But a lot of times that's where we go. Now, we're not going to spray two products that kind of do the same thing, and we're not going to spray any chemicals on here, because we're going to have to eat these, not the plant itself, but the tubers. And if it takes something up into it and it gets into the tuber, well, then you're going to have to eat it, whether they say, oh, it's all right or not. Most of these studies that you see, you need to check the source of them, because it's a lot of it is the chemical companies that's doing this, and they're saying it's all right because they want their product to sell. They want you to feel safe, so you'll use it regular. And there's a lot of these products that's been linked to stuff, but that's all. A lot of that doesn't come out. So like I say, use your own discernment. Do your research, and definitely that'll help take care of it. Now, spinosad, or this is Monterey garden insect spray, I think is what they call it. They got another one that's Captain Jack's bug that's the same. It's not real cheap. In fact, it costs more than it used to. Now I buy it by a gallon, and by the time you get tax and all, you're looking at about $130 just for a small pint container. You're looking at we can just see them all over on top of the potatoes down here. Like I say, they're getting out of control. Normally we'll get a dozen or so, but the last time we probably got 2-3 dozen of them. And like I say, that's when it's time. It's that you can't just let them go no more. I mean, the potatoes, they only have a few weeks to go, maybe 3, and then they'll be harvested. But once all these bugs breed and we harvest them out, there's a lot of other crops that they're going to want to go to. They're not just strictly, even though they Colorado potato beetle, they're not just strictly potatoes that they attack. We've seen them in other places in the garden, but they do like potatoes. It's starting to sound like I might be getting a little low on spray. Maybe I'll make this row and then mix up some more. But that's one of your main things on pest is don't draw them to your garden, and don't get out to spray as first defense, because what you're going to do is you're going to kill all your good bugs, and then you're not going to have anything You got a nice fuzzy worm there too wanting to eat, but we'll smash it, which this will take care of it too. This does kill worms. A lot of your worms that you'd have a problem with on this. But now I'll go mix me up some more and get back to the rest. I have a few worms that's starting to take over in some of my brassicas, and it's about that time they start coming in. And my corn is bad about around here. Might get army worms early in the top. Normally last year we was going to start spraying late to whenever we started seeing tassels or the little corn cobs and the silks on them, so we started spraying then. But when we went down to do that, we'd already found that we had a lot of damage from army worms where they got into the top of it. So we're going to watch that a little bit closer and preventative. There's not many crops that I do preventative spraying except for corn because it's real susceptible to worms. But anyway, I hope this gives you a little more insight to spraying for bugs. You know, make that a last resort because your crops, they've got some protection. You've got a lot of good bugs. Know your good bugs. Don't just go in there and start killing bugs because there's a lot of them. Ladybugs, I see a lot of people kill the little nymphs from them because they don't take the time to know what the bug looks like. Now on eggs, ladybug eggs and the potato beetle eggs, they look so much alike I don't know which is which, so I just end up smashing all of them, and that could create a problem to where I don't have as many ladybugs in here, and you do miss a lot of them. But you know, that's just a chance you got to take. But anyway, I hope you find some value here, and if you want to see more, well, just subscribe, give her a big thumbs up, enjoy that gardening experience.